I'm keeping my head up, head up. I'm keeping my head up, head up. Yeah, I owe it to you for making me stronger, for keeping my head up. You're keeping my head up.
Good afternoon and welcome out here to UTSA Recreation Complex. We're here for the final home match for the San Antonio Runners as they take on Bell County. I am joined by Coach John Rexroth. How are you doing today, John?
How you doing, Scott? Doing very, very well. It's been a while since we worked together.
It has been. I've missed you, buddy. I had to come back.
Great, great. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way?
Great Thanksgiving, man. Quick trip down to the coast and all that good stuff.
Oh,
and
nice.
Getting the Christmas tree up today a little while ago and some holiday decorations. And
well, that's what the Rexroth family's planning to do after this game. We're going to trim the tree. We've got some family coming over and got a nice meal my wife's cooking. So it's going to be not only watching a good day of soccer, but my 49ers are doing extremely well.
Yeah, they were able to pull it off. Saw the last couple minutes
yeah,
of that
so
one
I'm happy about that. They got the best rig in NFL and watching some good soccer here, then heading over to trim the tree. Life's good.
Life is good. The holidays are upon us, and we thank you guys for joining us. They had a match last night against Alamo City that ended in a 1-1 draw, which was basically all Alamo needed to do to hem up the Hart Division for their inaugural season. But we'll have what should be a pretty exciting one here today. We talked about goal differential being a pretty big factor this season here. And one of the main reasons, just because of the new team here, Bell County has allowed quite a few of them to be put in. So we'll see if they can make a stand today or if the runners are able to put a few in on them.
Yeah, I don't think runners are really going to have a tough game today. I think they need concentrate on getting those goals in. But sometimes when on paper you're supposed to win, sometimes the Cinderella team can play very well. Bell County, unfortunately has not won a game yet in the league, and they're now, I wouldn't say they're struggling. Technically, this is a second division team. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't be playing first division, not because they could, because they wanted to, but it's because there is no second division in the Hart. So UPSL decided to keep them aboard and get that experience in. So Coach Chris, hopefully we'll get his boys together. I don't see a big squad over there. It looks like maybe 12 or 13 players came on the road today. But looking over the runners, and I would say they got about 18 to 21 players out there.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to Bill. It hasn't been the easiest season for him playing here in the first division. As you mentioned, kind of intentions were to start in Division II and kind of build that squad and everything and hopefully get a core. And they're kind of thrown into the first division here, and it hasn't worked out, too well for them. But like I say, you got to give them credit. They're still coming out here, still fielding the teams. We haven't seen any forfeits or anything like that, from them.
Unbelievable, huh?
That's why I say, man, I was actually pretty impressed. So credit to them.
I think that might be a record for UPSL, which nothing to diss them, but it's good. Good to see Bell still out here. They made the trip, and I got here about 35, 40 minutes ago and looked over to the bench side of runners, and I noticed a familiar face as their assistant coach, former FC Knights head coach Lance Carlisle is the assistant coach now for the runners.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Harry mentioned last night that he was out there at the game against Alamo, so a little addition to the staff here recently. We'll see how that shapes up and impacts the spring season probably more than this one.
Yeah, I think he's looking forward to the game, Coach Lance. Half of these players, maybe 50 or 70% of these players that play now with Bell, they used to play with him over at FC Knights. So should bring in a little drama into the game, so I'm looking forward to that.
A little bit of a grudge match out here today.
Yeah. It's too bad Carlisle can't put on a jersey and head on out there.
Might get a red.
Yeah, definitely get a red. But we got a nice day out here at UTSA Rec Soccer Fields. People are starting to come in. The refs are getting ready, and coaches are starting to finish up their warm-ups. And we should have a very interesting match today, so looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And some other exciting news for the Heart I'm interested to get your take on was the announcement of the Laredo Heat having a U19 team that's going to be participating in the Heart. And, you're familiar with the Laredo Heat probably more from the NPSL
Yeah.
and the success that they've had in that league and the academy and some of the things that they're doing down there in Laredo, some big things down there. What do you think about them announcing that they're going to have a UPSL team?
Well, it's glad for them to come back. I know they're technically an NPSL team, and now they're putting a Division II, number 2 team in UPSL. I don't know how the other teams will be taking this because it's going to be a little more of a drive for them. But it's nice that we have a team from the Valley area coming in and playing UPSL. And it's nice to give those 18, 19-year-old kids, maybe 17, 16-year-old kids a chance to play at a high level, and give them an opportunity just to get ready for the NPSL team.
It'll be an exciting adjustment. Yeah, as you mentioned, a Valley team now here in the mix, along with, the Austin and San Antonio and some of the other squads, so should make for some more interesting rivalries. How many teams do you think that they're going to have next year? Do you think next season, you think Bell County's still going to stay up in this division? Or
I don't know much about that. I do know that there are other leagues coming out in spring. I know NPSL is going year-round now. Aside of their summer league, they will be playing fall and spring if they haven't started already. But the fall and spring season is basically open to teams who are already registering for the summer. Mm-hmm. So technically, in order for you to play spring and fall, you must play their summer season with them. There's another league, NSL, the National Soccer League, that is well known in other states and cities that they're branching out here in Texas. They'll be starting in 2020 of spring, from what I heard. Another thing which I was happy and very excited to read is that USL might be bringing in women.
Yes, yeah. Another exciting announcement, exactly. That's kind of been something that they floated out there about a year ago. And, of course, Jake Edwards said a little bit premature for the USL women's right now with everything that's kind of going on in a couple of the teams that have folded with them trying to build out the USL League 1, USL League 2. So could be some more exciting news, though, here in the near future.
That's nice. I wonder, though, what's going to happen if that's going to affect WPSL if they do that.
Yeah, so I know some theories are that you would see maybe a partnership between the USL and NPSL or something like that. Now, what impact it has on the WPSL or UWS or any of the other leagues that, kind of claim that D2 status, I'm not too sure on yet. But there has been mentions of maybe USL partnering with a league that already has some teams in existence to help kind of build that out.
Yeah, that should be interesting. I know the UWS League, they lost El Paso.
Right.
Since El Paso now is considered El Paso Surf, which they're going to be playing WPSL. I wouldn't doubt it if Alamo, since now they're part of the Surf organization, that they will continue just only play WPSL. So wait and see what happens for the summer. It's nice, though, that players and coaches and teams can have that opportunity to play other leagues.
Yep.
Not just strictly one league monopolizes everything, but it's good to see that because it gives an opportunity for coaches to bring their teams in, and not everybody can afford certain fees and stuff that other leagues charge. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, and you see now kind of in other countries, some of the leagues like the Liga Femenil and stuff like that starting to catch up a little bit with the women's soccer here in America. Yeah. So they're going to have to continue to evolve, and you can't just, in my opinion, have the NWSL be your only Premier League. They're going to have to grow and expand. You saw England almost take them out in the last World Cup. So, other countries and other leagues are starting to catch up to us. So
yeah, it should be interesting. It's all this is good for San Antonio soccer. Seriously, it's very good. It gives an opportunity for the club players to reach for something in a lower division and then move on up. So hopefully we'll get another news tomorrow to see who the head coach is for SAFC. I think it's going to be Alan Marcina. Who knows? I've known Alan for a couple of years now. He's been really nice. At the time when my son was practicing with the Scorpions, and he was really high on my son's play, allowed him to practice when he was in high school. So hopefully he'll get the position. But, I keep hearing rumors that might have an MLS guy, former MLS coach come in, or I don't know. Maybe we might have Mason take over. Who knows?
Well, and you never know, and you kind of wonder at this point too, with as long as it's taken, are they really getting the guy that they wanted originally, or was there maybe some things that happened and some negotiations that took place, which is why it took a little bit longer than anticipated for them to kind of finally sign somebody. But as you mentioned, so far the San Antonio FC is supposed to have an announcement tomorrow at noon for their new head coach.
Yeah, that should be interesting. We'll see who that is, and whoever that coach will come aboard. Let's see if the fans open up with open arms.
And I guess that's a great question for you, Coach Rexroth, because I was thinking about that on the way over here, with the announcement pending and everything. And do you feel like you can judge a coach based upon the announcement, or do you feel like you got to give him at least an opportunity a season to kind of prove what he has on the field?
Well, I go with the second one. The fans will always maybe not like certain coaches that get announced. I mean, let's be honest. If a coach is producing on the field, if he's got a team and he's doing the right structure, and let's face it, at that level, all that counts is winning.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a business, and you have to win at that level. So, whoever, I would love for it for Alan Marcina to take the helm, but if whoever comes in and helps San Antonio in the USL and gives us a championship, if that coach can do it, that'd be awesome. But I do think that a coach needs to be given at least a season, because unless he's bringing in the entire team that he's known, his own players, and that's a different story. But in this case, it might not be that way. But a coach should get an opportunity to train and see if he can bring in the W and allow his structure coming in and all that stuff. So, unfortunately, when a team doesn't produce at that level, you can't get rid of the players. You have to it's the coach is the first thing. What are you going to do? Get rid of all 27 players? I mean, it's just not going to happen. Yeah. It's not going. I mean, in any sport, any professional sport, it's always the coach that takes the sacks and he's sacked, and so. But we'll see what happens. My vote is for Marcina. I certainly hope that he comes aboard. I mean, he's got one thing that he gave San Antonio.
The NWSL championship.
Yes. Yes, he gave us a championship.
That's right.
He's got a championship, and that's what we want. We want a championship. So we'll see what happens. Do you know if that announcement is going to be live, or is that going to be?
I'm sure with everybody that's going to be there in attendance, there will be something streamed, hopefully from the club at least. So I'm not sure entirely on the link on that yet, but we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, that's.
One other thing to mention, too, just in San Antonio soccer news, St. Mary's lost in their round of Sweet 16 there.
I saw that game.
Was a great
I saw that game live
keeper.
stream. Yes, yeah. Yes. What was the keeper's name?
Gerard.
Starts with a B.
It starts with a B.
Starts with the B.
Boker. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher it.
If you're watching the live stream, buddy, we apologize for that. But let me tell you something, man. I played keeper all my life professionally, and you kept that team in the game. Let me tell you, he had some great saves.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, being a goalkeeper coach, my analysis, because in the PKs, obviously, I'm sure you'd like to have those back. But you're just so exhausted sometimes physically playing that position when you're making save after save after save like that, right?
Yeah. The exhaustion probably takes in after the game. I mean, when a keeper does that many saves, he gets in his zone.
Okay.
And you look at the ball, and the ball just turns into the size of a beach ball that you just see everything, that it doesn't go in, and to have to be in that zone as a keeper, it's just remarkable. I've probably been in that zone a couple of times in my career, but it's just phenomenal. But the sad thing about it is that if St. Mary's would have won that game, and the person that would have scored the PK to win that game, his name probably would have been in the paper, not the keeper's. And the keeper's the one who kept them going. And that's the way it is. It's a lonely position, and that's just the way it is. So that's a different heart for you guys out there playing that keeper position.
Gerard Roebuck, just to give him credit.
Gerard Roebuck.
there, sir. And he's only a junior, so should have one more year at St. Mary's. Yeah, so we'll see what he does next season.
Unless he gets drafted somewhere over, who knows? I mean, we'll see. But, the guys... from what I heard, I don't know if this is true, Scott. Maybe you can help me out on this. He wasn't the original starting goalkeeper for St. Mary's, was he?
At the beginning of the season, I don't believe so. No, he came over from Lithgow, Australia.
Right.
And they had two that they had there in rotation and everything. And obviously, I think he at least earned his starting spot in that match there against Cal State LA. So it was a great game. I had a chance to
pretty much mirror my phone to my 62-inch TV at home, and watching the game like that was nice. It was real nice. So I was hoping St. Mary's would win that game, but from what I heard, it goes down as a tie. Right, that's what I heard. That, I mean,
when they go to PK.
Yeah, when they go to
that.
PK, it goes down. In the books, it goes as a tie, but someone has to win. Has to win to advance. But it goes down as a tie, and with the remarkable effort that St. Mary's had, and great season. I mean, those boys did an incredible job, and kudos to the coach.
Absolutely,
kudos to the coach to keep those boys going for the season. So it's nice to put San Antonio soccer in California.
Absolutely.
That was nice.
Absolutely. Not just Trinity, but also in the Division II,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Now we got another university to talk to, because usually it's always Trinity, yeah, kudos to those boys. Maybe next year.
Well, we got high school soccer starting up as well right now. Some tournaments fixing to get underway. I've heard that there's a couple of them a little bit earlier this year in the high school calendar than previous years. So I know the big one that I'll kind of be paying attention to is the Texas Elite Showcase up there in North Texas, just because the alma mater, they usually get some pretty big names out there. But also, I'm sure some tournaments going on down here in San Antonio as well.
Yeah, it's football's finishing up, and then you have soccer season beginning. I coach over at Geneva School of Bernie, and our first game is Thursday of next week against John Paul. So our girls started off on Friday, which walked away with a 5-0 win against New Braunfels. So, it's they're doing some positive things over there.
Now, their football program had a did they win state for the
yes,
football
we did.
program?
Actually, you know what? You kind of beat me that.
I'm sorry.
I'm searching here in my bag.
Sure.
But yes, they did. Geneva School of Bernie won their first state 11v11 title last night.
That's awesome.
And remarkable. It's so happy to give my school little props there. I'm going to brought in the Geneva hat, and the coach over there, the coaching staff over there did a remarkable job to keep these boys going throughout the season, and they brought us a state championship.
That's
so
amazing.
Congratulations, Eagles, Geneva School of Bernie.
Absolutely, good job.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah. We're hopefully. I mean, this is a football state, and soccer is pretty much down the road, like 5 or 6 in sports down the road. But little by little, we have a good program happening. It's my second season over at Geneva, and just starting it from the ground up, and try to bring in some players in, and then pretty much. Start bringing a structure in. My son is the assistant coach with me over at Geneva, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be paying attention this season. Wish you the best of luck, and
Thank
all
you.
the other high schools here locally and everything else. Also, too, just a quick shout out here to Wizard Broadcasting, who's putting on this live stream here, and they've done the live streams all season long here for the San Antonio Runners.
They do a remarkable job.
Great job.
They do a
top
great
notch.
job.
So if you guys are looking for any type of broadcasting setup or anything like that, look up Wizard Broadcasting on social media.
Yep. Yeah, they do a great job. It's sad to say this is going to be our last game this season and last home game for the Runners, but hopefully we'll be back next year for the next season.
It's been amazing just
so.
to show up and get to talk into a microphone.
Yeah,
it's
not. Yeah, no, not used to that at all. But it's nice. It's really nice.
We should have kickoff here shortly.
Yep. We'll have the lineup for you guys too. Runners versus Bell County. This is actually this will be the last time Bell County will make the trip out here to San Antonio. And the last time these two teams met, no, I'm sorry, no, they haven't played. That game was canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
That
so
game
have
was
that one to
canceled.
make up after this
That's right. That game was canceled.
Almost.
Yeah, I forgot about that because something happened to the field that they were working on or something like that. No, that was the other team. That was another game. They were doing some work on the field, where the Bell County played. So that game was canceled. So
Gotcha.
I don't know if I think that game is scheduled for the 14th. I'm not mistaken. That's what Mason told me. Coach Mason from the Runners. He said it was scheduled for December 14th. So, but glad to have you guys with us. It's going to be some interesting day of soccer, and kick back, grab your favorite beverage, and
should see some goals in this one.
Yeah, it's maybe we should have brought Andres Cantor to scream the goals out today.
As long as it wasn't the one from the Cal State LA St. Mary's. Golden goal.
Yeah, So, So happy to see you guys, and stay with us and pass the link on to. We'll get you guys the link out too, and I'll be sending the link out through text to some of my friends in a minute. So
absolutely, we'll be sharing it on our social media. So just stay tuned here, and we'll be right back with you here in just a few minutes. We should have the national anthem here shortly, momentarily, and we're going to try and get those lineups and everything. And we got the captains. We'll have kickoff here momentarily, and we've got the starting lineups all set. So we'll be announcing the starting 11 here as they begin to take the field.
Yeah, getting things together.
Running some corner flags out there.
Yeah, at this level, pretty much everybody chips in and does little things
right?
here and now. You got to. I mean, got to pay your dues at this level. Even Coach Mason over there is running from one end to the other, putting a corner flag down. We don't have a defibrillator out here, so I hope he's okay.
Are you trained on CPR? Somebody, I'm sure.
I know CPR, but knowing Mason,
may resist.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Trying to see who's going to have kick. And we've got your starting 11 here for the San Antonio Runners. Coming up is going to be number 13, Patrick Burke. Number 9, Frederick Kumasi. Number 7, Sergine Saar. Number 8, Gilbert Garcia. Number 24, Michael Garcia. Number 12, Joseph Maldonado. Number 10, Adrian Maldonado. Number 27, Pedro Tavares. Number 22, Spencer Mills. Number 19, Ali Bohan. And in goal is going to be number 0, Harry Castilla. And for your Bell County starting 11, you're going to have Khalil Chaudhry in goal. Jorge Ponce playing defender. Number 27, Ben Ortega. Number 71, Seville Harris. Number 6, Jose Vargas. Number 15, Levon Makaku. Number 19, Eric Moncada. Number 9, Khalil Pomorli. And number 17, Sprint Scott. Number 25, Jamal Chaudhry. Number 18, at forward, Noah Capone. Got your starting lineups here. Players getting ready for their pregame photos, and we should have kickoff here in just a minute. Again, if you guys are just joining us, thanks again to Wizard Broadcasting for putting this on. If you guys are looking for any type of broadcasting or videography needs, look them up on social media. Do a great job.
Oh, yeah. Do a very nice job. They got a nice crew out here. A lot of stuff, a lot of equipment out here, and do a phenomenal job. Very professional.
Should be a fun match today. If you're just tuning in, as we mentioned, you got the San Antonio Runners taking on Bell County FC and what'll be their last home game of the season. Goal differential going to be a big factor in this one. We'll see what the final result is.
Wow.
Kickoff here in just a second. The players are ending the match. No national anthem today. Forgive us for that one, guys. But we should have kickoff here in just a second. San Antonio Runners going to be on your right in the navy, and Bell County FC on your left in the black and white.
Yeah, let's hope since both teams are wearing dark, it doesn't affect. Usually during the sun, when the sun's out, no, but usually at nighttime it might affect. But I think we should get done before
Sun starts to drop too much. And the Runners with the kickoff here in the first half to start the match.
And
We've
we're
got
off.
the whistle, yes, sir. Runners just kind of working the ball around a little bit, starting to pass the ball around, spread the field out. Maldonado there in the middle. Plays it back out wide up the line. And the Runners trying to press forward early. Keeper mishandles that one. Runners stay with it. Oh, and he can't get back to it. You've got the first goal there for the San Antonio Runners.
First minute.
In the first minute.
Yeah.
Frederick Kumasi with the first goal there. Way to just stay with it. And keeper just mishandles that one and able to win it back and knock it past him there for the first goal.
Yeah, that's a shame. Got to wet your gloves, or, I don't know if he was mentally there yet, but got to make your opponent earn those goals. But that's unfortunate.
The defender did a good job there for the Bell County, kind of flicking that one back and trying to misdirect it to the keeper, but just unable to handle it. And now Bell County is advancing down the field on the far side. Nice little cutback there by number 9. And the runner's able to win it away. Clear this one out, but intercepted there by Bell County. Back to Maldonado in the middle, who plays it back out wide. Good tackle there by Bell, but the runners win it back. And that's going to go out of bounds for a Bell County throw-in here. Throw in here for Bell County.
Yeah, Bell needs to just settle down. I mean, it's unfortunate you get a goal against you in the first minute, but just needs to settle down. Just ignore that. Pretend right now it's just 0-0 and start
I know
marking.
we're only in the first few minutes, but the runner's kind of throwing everybody forward on this one, right?
Yeah.
Not worried about too much playing conservatively.
No.
And that was kind of what we expected in this one. Joseph Maldonado here with the throw-in for the runners. Deep throw-in. Nice little flick back there by 13, Patrick Burke. Back out wide there to Fred, and that's going to get cleared out of bounds simply for a runner's throw. Referee told him it's almost there in the corner line. Another flick there by Bell County. Takes the bounce, runs with it. Maldonado gets back and wins it.
That's a good position by the young Maldonado there. Step in front of the player and use his body to control that ball.
Absolutely. Smart defending. Adrian plays this one back out wide to the Rooster, number 4. Maldonado looking
That's a
across
good
the field.
ball.
That is a great ball. Good vision there to find him out there on the corner of the field. Played into the corner. Another smart pass. Can he keep with it, though? Decent cross. And they steal it back at the top of the box. Shot just over top of the goal.
Yeah, defense needs to clear that ball better. Especially looked like that box could have been very close to the top of the 6 on the ground. Dangerous ball.
So far, that's kind of what we've seen early here so far is just a couple of poor clearances, not really getting it all the way out. Michael Garcia staying with that one. And there's Adrian Maldonado. Runner's just trying to find the open man, looking for space. Good tackle.
Very nice. All right, let's see if Bell can get something going. Oh, that's a shame.
Not giving up on it, staying with it there. And that's going to go to bounds for a throw-in now here for Bell County. So far, Bell County just unable to really string together a series of passes. You'll see, 1 or 2, but as far as just maintaining possession, the runners have done a much better job.
I think what's affecting Bell right now is the speed of runners, the movement, the 1-2 patches. Bell just does not have the experience and the speed to keep up with them. They need to play their game.
A lot of nice one-touch passes,
Yeah.
like you said so far here from the
Yeah.
runners, just keeping it fast, keeping the ball moving. And part of that may be also, too, because we don't have too many subs here for Bell County, so by moving the ball around and
Yeah.
making them run, you might wear them out a little bit quicker.
Yeah, let's see if that's going to be a factor as we move on. But, when you have a goal that you can score in a minute, and then pretty much right now runners looks like they're controlling the pace, the tempo, and they're controlling the possession of the ball. Sometimes when players see this happen, structure sometimes goes out the window, and everybody really wants to get their goal in, and runners have to play very smart, structured soccer.
That's a great point. You want to play disciplined, and again, Bell just giving it away there to number 8 at the top of the box.
And there we go.
Beautiful shot there by Gilbert Garcia.
Yeah, it's a loss there by the defender. You can't give up a ball there in an 18 to 22 yard line. and they paid the price for it.
But as you were mentioning, going to be important for the runners to just stick to their game plan. Like you say, you kind of get in that mentality where you start thinking you can take everybody one-on-one and everybody wants to get their goal, and you're not doing your teams any favor.
Right. They're going to get their goals. They just got to play their game, and if the goals are there, take them.
Absolutely.
But don't force them.
And so far, the goals that we've seen have really just been, more errors from the defense, than it has been.
Yeah, but top teams will capitalize on those.
You got to.
That's the thing.
You're absolutely right. That's what good teams do. Could see a switch here. Now Adrian takes it himself there, back out wide. Nice little 1-2. Like you mentioned, some quick passing so far here from the runners. Can't tell if that was a cross or if it got to, yep. It's going to be a goal kick now for Bell County. And you can see some of the Bell County players already starting to try and catch their breath and everything from just like you say, that fast ball movement from the runners.
Yeah. When you get a situation like this where you have a team that's pretty much quicker than you are, the thing that I tell my players to do is play more condensed, play more of a zone defense.
Okay.
Because if one-on-one you're getting beat, you want to push the other team out wide, play more condensed. Keeper needs to help out from Bell County to talk to him. I've yet to see him talk to at all to his defense, but that's see if that works out. But then again, you only got 11 players out there, and makes you wonder how many of Bell players can go the full 90.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see, and you can see it just looks like with the numbers that the runners are throwing up top, they've always got one or two forwards there, midfielders in the middle that are left unmarked, and that's kind of where they've seen some success over the top so far.
Another good ball. That's good touch.
Good job by the keeper there to come out and slide on that one and pressure, but a good job by the defender. It was not needed, obviously.
But then again, the keeper came out beautifully, but didn't hear anything from him.
No, you're absolutely right. The defender didn't know.
He didn't know. Defender doesn't hear anything, so he's got to get a foot on that and try to clear it or do the best he can. So the communication has to be a plus back there.
Corner kick here for the runners. Good header.
Good header. He wasn't marked. Got to do something with that, but that was a nice header.
Hey, looked like he was trying to go far post there, and it went just over top of the net, but great ball.
And if you can hear the screaming from Coach Lance Carlisle, former FC Knights coach, who's now part of the coaching squad of the runners, giving instructions to his players.
And the runners have the ball down in the corner now. And we'll have another corner kick here for the runners. See if they can do what they were trying to do on that first one, if they go near post again and just try and flick it on. But that was Fred who already had the first goal here for the runners, almost taking it in again.
And Maldonado makes the run and doesn't take advantage of his movement. They decide to put it through.
Almost sent a little bit too far there on the back post and able to keep it in play, but unable to really do anything with it. Out for a goal kick here for Bell County. As you mentioned, though, had Maldonado short. What do you think there in that situation? Is it smarter to play the short ball there or just try your luck kind of going over top in the middle?
Well, I would have preferred to play that ball short to Maldonado because if he would have taken that outside touch, he would have had a better angle for the shot.
That's very true.
And also a better angle for a center. Keeper did the right thing, keep the ball out. Not a textbook dive, but did what he had to do there.
And I'm not talking anything bad about the keeper, but I wonder if maybe just because, like we said, some smaller numbers, you wonder if he's maybe a traditional goalie or if he's a field player that just had to fill in because they didn't have another option because he saw some players go after him after that first goal.
Right.
And was talking to him like, do you know, like, are you good or not knowing the squad.
No, if we get some information about that, we'll let you guys know, but that could be the case too.
That one just popped straight up there on the clearance, brought down by the runners. Adrian tries to take a shot off a volley, but had kind of a weird spin on that one to try and just strike it first touch.
Just mishit it. A situation we were talking about keepers, a situation like this, the keepers from the runner, he hasn't touched the ball yet. And sometimes, you can get very monotonous here. He's doing the right thing right now by pulling out almost the top of his box and talking to his players and trying to be part of the play so he doesn't fall asleep out there.
Right, yeah, you can see him communicating,
Yeah.
like you said, doing a great job, being vocal, staying in the game, staying in the match, paying attention to what's going on.
Because it's very simple that he can just fall asleep out there.
Bell County able to win that one back there in the middle of the field. Looking out wide for his man, but again, just kind of mishandled there.
And there we go with the first touch.
Good ball up there.
Yeah.
And 24 over there on the far side of the field is going to try and advance, Michael Garcia. And we have an offside, the first offside call here for the game. So far the runners, with all the men that they're throwing up there on that defensive line, you could see where the trap might come in handy here for Bell County, but this is the first offside call that we've seen so far. But I don't know how else they're really going to deal with the numbers that the runners are throwing up unless they can effectively kind of run some sort of offside trap. Adrian wins that one, headed on. Wanting to shoot, but he's tackled from behind just before he can take the shot from the top of the box.
Yeah, little Maldonado is very aggressive. He's a good little player, this kid. Very good little player.
Hold up. Let's spin stake it, Joseph. Joseph, let's spin stake it. Hey, Joseph, target. Joseph, here. This area. Okay. Joseph.
Adrian going to take this free kick here. We'll see if he can put it past the wall.
Yeah, it looks like it is a direct kick because the ref doesn't have his hand up, so.
There it is. And the keeper able to hang on to that one.
Now press.
That one almost right at the goalie, though. You almost wish you would have put it a little bit further wide. Plays that one back to the keeper. And smart there just to take an easy touch on it and play it right back to him versus trying to hit it up the field. Could see a swing here.
Oh, keep that on the ground.
There it is.
It's a good ball. He was offside.
And that was close. The runners player there did a great job of playing that ball early because if he does take that touch, you knew he was going to be off. But it looks like Bell County is still able to get the offside call.
You have to go like this to get it. All right, just angle your body.
That one touched right around the defender, but number 19 there for the runners able to come in and knock it out. Good defensive play there by Ali Bohan.
Handball. Advantage. I would have. That's a shame.
Almost blew the whistle just a little bit too quick.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens, though, when everybody starts yelling handball.
Yeah.
The referee wants to get it right and let everybody know he got it. And could have been an advantage call there, but we will have a free kick instead here for the runners. And we're about 15 minutes and 2 goals in. Ball played there to the top of the box.
It's a good shot. His teammates requesting him to pass the ball, but when you turn and no one's around, and you have the shot there, take it, and it was a good shot. It couldn't have been off more than 5-6 feet, but it was a good shot.
Especially when we've seen the keeper kind of mishandle some of them early. You
Right.
just want to get it on goal.
Yeah,
right? And
that's
if you get it on
that's
frame,
the
you got a
thing. Just get
chance.
it on target. Who knows? And after that, just kick and just start hugging each other because you never know if it'll go in.
Referee calling a foul on the runners player there for tackling him. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
looks like the fourth ref is kind of chuckling here a little bit. So
We're back in action. Sometimes you get a little bit tangled up while you're in the play, right? It's moving really fast out there. Still a little bit of a late challenge there. Got tripped up. Quick reset, though, for the runners as they move back up there. Maldonado with a ball up top. Trying to find his man out wide there, but good job by the Bell County defender just staying with it and seeing it all the way out.
We're gonna make a GIF out of it.
It should be Bell's ball. Yeah, that's a good call by the linesman.
Yeah, it looked like it almost stayed in bounds, but it just came over the touch line, and we'll have a throw in here.
Mark. Step 2, maybe Adrian on him. Step.
Found his man, but just unable to bring that one down. It's going to go out of bounds. It's kind of a hard touch there by the forward for Bell County.
You got to bring that ball. Got to put it down to the feet.
Yeah.
I mean,
on the throw.
Yeah, on the throw, that ball needs to be put down, especially when you're being marked from behind like that.
Not doing your teammates any favors.
No.
So far, the few times the goalie's had to get involved here, he's made some nice touches, some smart decisions.
No pressure. That's a good ball.
Looking for the offside call, but the flag stays down.
Good job from the keeper coming out and clearing it.
And they keep it in bounds there on the touch line.
Patrick, get on side, you're off.
Gilbert Garcia trying to get involved here in the attack.
Patrick, turn to
Captain,
the goal, not
wearing the
away.
captain armband.
All right, here we go. Bell trying to put something together here.
Ends up keeping it. I don't think that's who he was trying to go to, but they still have possession. Played back into number 18. Just can't really bring it down or get a touch on it. But it's going to go out of bounds for a Bell County throw-in. Into the corner here to number 19 for Bell County. And referee says play on. The ball's cleared. And smart there, the defender, just to play that one out. You know, didn't really have any backup or any other help. And as you mentioned, these defenders kind of needing at least a little bit of help there, more of a zone-style defense.
Step up. Guys, we got to be faster. Follow it.
That's a good ball.
Just tap it. How are you fucking offsides every time?
Couldn't bring that one down to get a touch on it, but the keeper just gives it right back to him there in the middle of the field. And that's kind of what we've seen consistently here from Bell County so far in the first half.
I'm not mad about the call. I'm just complaining about my player. So you guys I know when you're upset.
All right, and the runners now on the attack, able to win it. And that one's going to be a poor clearance. Maybe keep it in bounds, though, here by...
Oh, we got a foul call. Yeah, that's a good call. Good call.
Be on the ground here.
I'm sure he probably threw an elbow in before the shoulder.
Yeah, it's going to be a free kick here, like you said. Good call.
Who?
Looks like it was a foul on Bob.
Alex,
Pepe,
get ready.
number 7.
Get ready, Alex.
Man, our
And
first
there's
another
another giveaway.
Yeah.
Another giveaway.
Referee didn't like that challenge. Good sportsmanship there to pull each other up, though. You like to see that.
Yeah, it is, but I don't think either one of them wanted a card, so you reach out to
More
say
for the
you're sorry.
cameras.
Yeah, really, that's true. I mean,
Sometimes what you do after the foul makes all the difference.
Exactly. Looks like we're going to have a substitution for the runners.
Good header there by Mikey Maldonado.
Number 13 is requesting to come out. He's injured.
Looked like he took a shot to the ribs maybe on that last play when it was down there by the touch line.
Right there.
Quick reset. Oh, and it's a great ball there to Mikey Maldonado. They got 2 of them on.
Flip it over the keep, and it's a goal.
And
That's a nice goal.
Great goal there by Fred. That's his second of the day.
Yeah.
But good communication there from the runners. You know, you had two offensive players
Yeah.
there, both about to take a chance on it and
Yeah.
able to call him off and finish with a goal there.
Good by Maldonado to let his forward take the shot. You
Absolutely.
know, so
Very
either one of them could.
Yeah.
Either one of them looked like either one of them could have taken it.
If I'm a defender, though, yeah, you go ahead and have that.
Yeah.
Probably do a little bit better
Yeah.
with it than I will.
Patrick, what number you wearing?
And we did have our first substitution
Yeah.
here. Number 21 entered the match.
And number 13 came out.
The runner's now back on the attack again over there on the far side of the pitch.
And the problem with that substitution is that once you come out, you're not allowed to come back in. So number 13, Patrick, requested the sub. So it looks like he got injured. He's still grabbing that side rib there on the left side.
Open up, open up.
Runners swing this one out wide.
Take it forward. Beat him, beat him, beat him.
And the ball played back across there now to the right side of the field. And here it is, the ball in. Oh. And there's the shot. And that one's at the side of the net for a goal kick. But it was almost set up there perfectly for the other runner's attacker there before they played that ball back out wide.
Gilbert, look to play Alex the ball. He's got to shoot.
And Gilbert Garcia, you hear Coach Rankin saying the same thing now. Kind of had a good target on goal and stole it away
On
from
him,
him.
on him, on him, on him. On him,
Bell
Fred,
County
faster,
playing with it too much in the
Fred.
back, in my opinion. They hadn't had
Get
too much
onside,
luck
Fred,
with
get
it so
onside,
far.
Alex.
If I'm their coach, I'm almost just wanting them to clear it up so that we're not
Good dive, good save.
good save on that one.
You know, Bell does have one player on the bench. Their head coach is also a coach player. So if he's Chris, if he's needed, I'm sure he'll step in there.
We'll have a corner kick here for the runners.
And it looks like another player showed up. He's on the bench for them. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was injured before the game, though. I know I saw him in warm-up saying he may not be able to participate, so that may be why we haven't seen him come on yet. And the referee going to blow the whistle on that one for a kick here for the runners.
Fans, take. Guys, in all seriousness.
yeah, the score is 3-0, and
We'll have a free kick opportunity here.
yeah. See if runners can capitalize on this. This looks like also a direct kick, and it is.
Keeper mishandles it. Who's there for the follow?
And there we go.
Good job of the offside.
Oh, we have offside. We have offside call.
Yeah, you saw the ball played back across there, which was great by the runners. But unfortunately, the player there on that back post just in an offside position. .21 who just entered the match now, taking the ball up the field. There's the cross.
And there we go.
Done, Fred.
Just scored number 9. That's 4-0 for the runners. It just looks like those balls are being placed in the box across, just too easy. Defenders need to get something on there, clear it.
And that was Fred with another goal.
Number 9, yeah. Is that his second or
That
third?
should be 33, I believe, there for Fred. So,
So he's got a hat trick?
hat trick already, I believe.
Hat trick already, and approaching the 26th minute. Scored at the 25th minute, his hat trick.
We knew we'd see some goals in this
Yeah.
one, but, you know, surprisingly, most of them have really come from just mishandling the ball by
Yeah.
Bell County, not necessarily counterattacks
No,
or anything like that
no,
by the runners.
Don't think if the 4-0 that either one of those were earned by runners. They were all scored on errors.
Rebounds.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Poor clearances.
But again, you want your team to capitalize on errors like that, because if you're having a hard time capitalizing on errors, it's going to be harder to capitalize on when you earn them.
And again, you just see how many numbers the runners have up. You know, you almost got 5 guys right there at midfield waiting for the ball.
That's what I was
across.
talking about earlier, Scott. Is, you know, I'm taking a look at the formation that the runners play with, the 4-4-2. But right now, it looks like they're going with a 3-5-2, maybe even with 3 up top. I mean, not that Coach mentioned to switch the formation. It's just that everybody wants to get their goal in. You know, and here we go.
We had a collapse there because the keeper didn't again say anything as he came out. And took out his own defender there, unfortunately, and lucky he didn't cause some serious injury there by not communicating.
Yeah, and we got another goal. So number 9, 4 goals. And that's the situation right there when you have a goalkeeper running into his defender. Goalkeeper doesn't say a word, you know, and the keeper is running towards the defender. The defender does not have eyes in back of his head, so you got a collision there. And
the defender had a few words for him after that.
Yeah, you know, that could have been a really bad foul. They could have injured each other pretty bad.
Another ball out wide here for the runners. Looking for the back post. Good ball there by Adrian Maldonado. Oh, and that one's in. Great pass there by Adrian. Mikey with the goal and Adrian with the assist.
Number 24 scored.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I thought it was Mikey over here.
No, number 24 scored.
Michael Garcia. Different Mikey.
Yeah, different Mikey.
My bad.
Yeah, different Mikey. I don't think the Mikey's out here today. Is he on the field? Mikey Maldonado?
Oh, you're right. That's Joseph Maldonado. Forgive me.
Yeah. I saw Mikey earlier.
He's right over there on the bench.
Yeah, he's
right.
on the
That's what
bench.
threw me off when he came over here and was talking to us.
He's wearing civilian clothes. He's just hanging out there, sitting on the bench. I don't think he'll be playing today. You know, the runners are fighting. They want to get as many goals. They want to get the 3 points, obviously. They got a point last night. They want to get as many goals in today.
32 is the magic number for goal differential.
Is that it? 32?
Yeah, 32.
So, and the league's only taken 2 teams to playoffs this year because there's only 6 teams in the conference, in the Hart Conference. So we know that Alamo is in the playoffs. They've won the division. I don't think anybody can catch up to them. So
no, not at this point. They just needed one last night. They were able to get the draw against the runners in a pretty heated, good match. Heated in a good way. But
I wonder how Coach Mason feels about that, since 70-80% of those players over at Alamo are basically ex-players from the runners. So must be bittersweet.
Intercepted there by the runners. There's the through ball back to him, and there's the shot. And Bell County able to clear that one out for a corner kick here for the runners.
So the magic number is 32. I believe they still have another game against Bell.
Exactly.
So
they're not trying to score all those in this match.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. It can be possible with the way Bell's been having goals scored against them. So
I know Bell County got their first goal a couple games ago, but
against Alamo.
Yeah, for the first few matches, it was
yeah,
couldn't even get on the score sheet. We'll see if they can get one here this evening, or if they're able to keep a clean sheet tonight. Ball intercepted there by Bell, looking for his open man out wide, number 9.
So that touch should have been outward towards the goal, not cut it inside.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was trying to play that ball back to the middle to his other attacker there, but just mishit that one for sure.
Just lack of experience.
And now just the speed by Bop. Oh, and he got taken down pretty hard
that
from
should
behind.
Be a card. That should be a card. Oh, let's hope he's not injured.
He got clipped pretty bad running
Yeah.
full speed.
And this field, even though it is turf, it's not a plush turf. You know,
No.
it's very thin.
Short.
Looks like carpet. You know, I mean, landing on this, it's pretty much almost landing on concrete, man. Yeah, it's.
Taking it to the line, not the goal.
We'll have a free kick here for the runners. See if they can score off one of these set pieces.
That's a good ball.
That is a good ball near post. But
And
it's going to call a handball, I believe, on the ball when it popped up.
yeah, I didn't see a flag from the linesman, so could be a handball or some type of infraction.
Ball played out wide there by Bell County.
Giveaways from the defense.
Able to get in front of that shot. Here's the follow-up. No. Just get a touch on it. And again, some nice just first touches here from the runners to keep the ball moving. There's a left foot. Deflected again by the defender. And Bell County with the guy out wide, but gives it away again. Ball crossed here by the runners and hit out of bounds there by Bell County.
Yeah, I wish we had somebody here to keep stats. I really would love to know how many turnovers Bell has so far.
Their passing percentage just can't be too good.
No. But this is going to serve them to be a better team if there is a second division. You know, I heard a rumor now that Loretto's coming in. There's a possibility that the teams that are in the Killeen area might be moved up north. Right now you have Coyotes already playing in Temple.
Right.
So Waco moved up north. And Temple's considered further away than Waco, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I wrong there?
Yeah, they're probably about
about the same.
about the same. Yeah, I mean,
so
Temple, Waco, yeah.
and there is a second division up in the north area, even third. So but kudos to these guys over at Bell, the players, because you know it's not fun losing all your games, not fun getting that many goals scored against you, but they're still out here. You know, I mean, it's so easy to just turn over and say, hey, I don't want to play anymore. So
we'll see a full 90 from them here today. And that was kind of what I was hoping to witness, was just maybe some positive takeaways for Bell County, you know, and just so far another one there. Pedro with that goal. But, you know, just trying to find some positives to take away from the match. And so far, you know, I can't really say that I've seen anything to really just build off of.
Yeah. You know, it's just they're not at the level right now, you know. That's the thing. I mean, also you got to understand something. You know, in Bell County, and then you got a team in Killeen. FC Knights used to be in Killeen as well. So there aren't that many players out in that area, you know. And trying to build from that. I mean, you're going to have to build with a young team, and that's the best thing to do it.
One, if they could string together some passes, or, you know, if maybe you had just a little bit more
I
good
mean,
job defensively, clearing balls out, you know, I mean, just something to...
I personally think they need to bring in an experienced coach. You know,
the player coach thing
the
doesn't
player
work as
coach
much
thing.
at this
No,
level.
the player coach thing. I mean, it could work, but the situation, you know, Coach Chris does not have the experience to run a team at this level, especially develop young ages to reach this level. So, you know, nothing against him.
Fred, keep him in.
Well, you just don't really see him making any changes. Like I say, one of the things that I'd be probably trying to tell my players right now at this point is stop playing with it in the back, because we're just turning the ball over and giving it right back.
Right
to
now,
them
I mean,
in front of our goal.
you're looking at 7-0. What is it? Approaching the 36th minute. Right now, I have yet to hear any instructions from Coach Chris. Right now, yeah. Well, what I would be telling my players is right now, treat it more of a training session. Let's try to connect passes. Let's try to create opportunities and grab something positive from there.
Sure.
You know, I
That's a
mean,
great point.
so, but I've yet to see that. Like, that's a nice ball down the line.
That is a good ball there.
Just got outrun. So that's something positive there. You know,
But to try and be working on at this point, you're right. To be trying to working on stringing some passes together, some 1-2s.
work on the
something,
structure,
working on
whatever
triangles.
formation you're playing with. You know, looks like the players out there are coaching themselves and instructing themselves. You want that communication, but the coach has to facilitate.
Right.
You know,
Starts at the top.
it starts at the top, and the game's a teacher, and coach needs to facilitate.
Nicely brought down there by number 17. Stays with it.
Stay with it. Let's get a shot here. There we
Cut
go.
back.
And that's the first shot.
And a great save there by
great
Harry.
save, good concentration from the runner's keeper, because sometimes that's his only shot he faced so far.
Yeah.
You know, and approaching 37 minutes. So,
And he did a great job with the Hollywood save.
yeah.
Yeah. You got to dive even
Yeah.
though it's right next to you, right?
Always looks nice in the,
It always
picture
looks
there.
good on camera.
Yeah, always looks good on camera.
So we'll have the what I believe is the first corner now for
Exactly.
Bell County.
It is the first corner from Bell County. It'd be nice if they capitalize here. See what happens. Oh, that's a little too much. That's a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't think this field is like more narrow than
Yeah. No, he
Typical.
just put something on there.
a little extra juice this morning. And I believe it's going to be on the ground or a throw-in. I thought it was just a throw-in, yeah.
That's a throw-in.
Throw in here for the runners.
You know, there's a lot of coaches that would love to work with Bell, and because I'll be honest with you out here,
And the players almost had to tell the goalie
Yeah.
to come out on that one. And Bob has the ball at the top of the box, taking a little bit closer. And it gets
Yeah.
deflected.
you should have took that shot earlier.
Earlier.
Yeah, see, this thing you're trying to take the whole team, but I see a lot, good positive things from the players. Along with the communication, they're talking to each other. I see a couple players playing certain positions that I feel they shouldn't be playing that position.
Okay.
And that's where an experienced coach probably would come in here and evaluate that and work from that.
Try and make some adjustments at least.
Yeah.
We have a corner kick here, played near post again. So far, the runners, other than that one that we saw that went over way top of the box, they like playing those short balls there to the near post.
Right. And this Bell County team, they have a good following. The fans do come out more for their home games, obviously, but there are people here that have made the trip out here to San Antonio to
Good job defensively there.
That's a good move by Maldonado. That's a good box. Good job. Keeper's finally
Getting involved.
yeah, he's been. I mean, the thing is that his position's been involved in the play a lot because they've been scoring on him. But now I think when you go to the well so many times, you tend to help yourself out and be more constant. Keeper right now is just, I don't even know if he is a true keeper. I'd love to find out. But if he's not, I mean, he's had some good saves.
Doing a serviceable job.
He had some good saves. Seriously. So.
And number 17, Sprint Scott here for Bell County, too, also their forward, that we've seen kind of making some, or I guess he's a mid right now, but we've seen him playing up top. He's had some nice runs and has a pretty good touch.
That's another good ball.
And almost an own goal there off
Yeah.
the clearance.
Yeah.
Trying to see if he's indicating a corner kick. Yep, so the referee on the far side indicating that it went over the touchline before he cleared it out of bounds.
And experienced keeper. Looked like that ball came across the six. Experienced keeper would have punched that out. And
There's that short ball that you wanted to see earlier
Yeah.
from Adrian, and he had a good chance on that.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get around it, it didn't look like.
Again, turn and face, turn and face.
Number 21 here for the runners that we saw leave the match earlier, Patrick Burke being rushed to the ER. Might be a ruptured spleen here from the elbow that he took off that foul that we saw earlier.
wow. Yeah, he took himself out of the game, and then
Yeah.
once he stepped out, he just went down. He just walked right by us, and he's still grabbing that left side rib cage, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't sure at first if it was maybe a loss, not got the wind knocked out of him or
Right.
whatever, and just had to come over here and recover. But it looks like just still in a lot of pain. Hasn't recovered any from that knock that he took, and they're taking him to the ER. You hate to see it out here,
yeah, I don't see a trainer out here unless there is a trainer, but Yeah, he's leaning over, so looks like you might find it hard to breathe a little bit. Want to wish him a speedy recovery.
Free kick taken there just to flex off the wall out of bounds for a corner kick here for the runners. And we got about, 4 minutes plus whatever extra time the referees allow here in the first half for them to try and get at least one more on the board.
And Maldonado's taking that corner here.
We saw a bicycle kick over top of the goal there.
Is that what it was? Yeah, it was a bicycle kick, not on target, but it was a good.
When that goes in, it looks really good, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Officially make that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is a fun shot. Fun shot.
We'll have a goal kick here now for Bell County. And again, only a few minutes left. No, Coach Rankin probably wants to see one more at least before the half. Ball kept here in the defensive end. And uses the left foot on that one to try and go near post. And the keeper, again, like you said, made a nice save there to come out of his box, cut down the angle, and just deflect it away for a corner kick. And we'll have Gilbert Garcia here with the corner. There's the cross, headed out.
That's probably one of the best clearances so far. That's a nice clearance.
Going for the left-footed volley there and just unable to get it on frame. But as you mentioned, a strong clearance there by Bell County just to hit that one out.
Solid clearance.
Plays this one short and the runners win it back.
Shoot it! Follow it!
Too many turnovers from the backside. Too many turnovers.
You just dig yourself in a hole, and I know that's kind of the pun, but you start getting tired, you start making poor clearances, and then it's right back down your throat again, and it's like a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
This one played a little bit deeper, still intercepted by the runners. And you just see the speed on display there.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Ooh. Tries to get ahead on that and just barely hits off the post.
Unlucky, yeah.
You just need to miss to direct it another inch or two, and we could have had that other goal. And we'll have a penalty here on the runners, and it looks like maybe a quick transition from Bell County, and they're going to try and maybe get one before the half.
Be a positive note if they can score just before you head into the locker room.
Absolutely,
regardless
something to take
of being
away.
down 7, but
All the way!
The runner's taking this one back, cuts it to the middle. And a great shot there by Gilbert to put that 8th one in. He's been wanting one so far for a while.
yeah.
Coach. Yes. It's going to be +1.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for giving us the
One extra minute here is indicated by the 4th official.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm showing the board. Yeah, 1. I don't remember, did we kick off or did they?
We'll have a Bell County kickoff to start the second half here. I'm sure they're ready to head into the locker room.
I don't think Coach Mason is going to do any substitutions because once a player goes out, can't go back in. And plus, magic number's 32, so he's got to get as many goals as he can this game and the next game.
Yeah, that bar was set pretty early on in the season with, the first game that Bell County played, I believe, was like 17-0. So from that moment on, it became everybody's goal to kind of beat that magic number.
ball. Was that a shot or a cross?
Yes.
And it looks like we'll have a goal kick here before the whistle, or
Where's the other one?
We're losing them all. We lost 3 out of the 4 game balls last game.
and it looks like we'll probably just have a kick here, and then that'll be halftime. So, that first half, the runners able to put in 8, but you talked about a couple of the positives for Bell County to head into the locker room with. What are those, few things that if you were coaching this team, you may try and say to your guys just to kind of get them ready for the second half?
Are you talking about Bell?
Alex, go
Well,
get another ball, please,
I mean,
from over there.
we're down 8-0. On paper, you don't never want to tell them that the match is over. I basically, like I said earlier, just let's try to work on something here that's going to be positive that we can take from this match of that we worked on training. Situation like this would be nice to move players around a little bit who've been asking, Coach, I love to play this position. Let me try it out. Because you are building for the future. Let's be honest, Bell's they can't do any damage this season. So that's the whole point. Use this as a training match. Try to take as much positive out of it, learn from the other team, and build from there. That's why I was very surprised not to hear anything from Coach Chris, any instructions or anything like that. Who knows if he's going to say anything to the guys right now when they're in their circle over there. So, but I don't know. It's you don't want to see a team lose like this, but we understand where they're at right now because they are a second division team. But if you want to build for the future, you got to start from a foundation and start building up from there. You can't expect to if they expected to come in here and win the match. I mean, it should have never been that way. It's just
Well, you got to take it a half at a time, right?
Exactly.
So, everybody always says it's 0-0, to start the second half. But to your point, that's the only way you can look at it is, hey, let's go out there in the second half and let's maybe, try and tie the half. Or let's try and, maybe only 1 or 2 in the second half. So
yeah, I mean, it's 8-0. I'd say out of those 8 goals, probably runners earned 3.
Sure, a few.
Okay, so you're looking at 5 goals that were scored against Bell on their era. So let's talk about those errors that were made and let's strengthen up those errors so it doesn't happen again, and try to talk to them because the players know what errors they made.
Right.
So you don't want to harp on it. Like I said, the game's got to be the teacher, but this is where the coach needs to facilitate, needs to talk to his players, also try to keep them grounded because right now it's probably not pretty in there. I mean, even though I don't want to say they're used to it, but they've been here before several times, and so you just want the coach to try to take as much positive out of it, try the players take as much positive out of it and build from there. So the situation is a little bit harder on the runner side because they look a little more relaxed. They look a little more, to be honest with you, like they're ready to go on dates and the way they're smiling and stuff like that. And it's just respectful. You get it, regardless if you're scoring that many goals. You just got to treat it as a real game. Treat it as a real game. And this is what the problem runners have had a problem this season. Is basically I'm noticing some players that don't like to take criticism and don't like to take instructions from the coaches, and they think they know it all, and and it's just part about growing up. They just got to grow up. So.
Well, and they've been used to that the last couple seasons here
Yeah.
in the UPSL, and now Alamo City's come in and kind of set another standard. And I know, as you mentioned earlier, they've lost some players to Alamo City and everything, but you look at the structure and everything that that coach brings to the table and just the discipline, and that's really what you like to see is the discipline. Right.
That's the main thing. I mean, keep the discipline, be humble about it because easily how they're in a good position, it could be different.
Reversed in another team, another match. There's always somebody out there, right?
Yeah, it could be totally different. So, but let's hope Bell can, play a little bit better in the second half and work on some of the mistakes that they had and see if they can take it up a level. And that's what we coaches want to see, is to see if they have improved. They've listened and they've learned from that, the first 45 minutes, and build from there. So.
Well, that's what you really want to see is just that improvement. You're not expecting to come out here and put, 6 on them in the second half or anything like that. But can we get better? Can we
Can we get better? Can we get better?
Yeah.
Because I think this team would do very well in the second division. I think so. Premier is a little different. I mean, they were supposed to be a second division when they came aboard, but then when nothing
came to fruition.
Yeah, there was no teams in second, so they had to stay where they are, and kudos for them, and, God bless them for staying in the league and playing. But they're getting a lot of experience by playing against stronger players and stronger teams. I mean, that's also helping them too.
It's a great introduction into the league, and for those of you that think this is just a glorified Sunday league, it just kind of goes to show you, you have that thought that, oh, well, I could do something like that, and then you go out there and play every week, and it's just not quite that simple.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a lower division. I think lower division is very exciting. It's a lot of these guys that come out here are working 9 to 5. Sometimes going to school or whatever they're doing. They're some teams love to train 2, 3, 4 times a week, and if they are training, a lot of these guys are not training 3 or 4 times a week. They're coming out maybe once or twice, because of their schedule and work and school and stuff like that. So it's all part of the game. They love the game, and a lot of these guys are treating it where they want to go to the next level. Yep. And you can take a look at those players that take it seriously, that are hoping to be seen and move up to the next level. So that's why I'm very happy that there's other leagues popping up. Give that opportunity for coaches and teams and players to play in other different leagues. That's what we need. And hopefully it looks like 2020 is going to be a good year. I know we over at Samba will be making an announcement on what league we're going to be playing very, very soon. So we're coming back spring of 2020.
I'm excited. I've been waiting to hear it.
Well, we took a season off and just evaluate and revamp and all that stuff. So it was to be honest with you, I think it was a good time for us to take off and do what we had to do. And maybe it would have been a little different if things didn't happen the way they did in the league, but it was nice.
I think the season would have worked out potentially a little bit different.
Yeah,
you guys were a competitor.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would have been
a strong division in the heart when Samba was a part of it and everything.
Yeah, they when we played, we had 9, and now it dropped down to 6.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. So we're going to make an announcement on the league that we're playing. Whatever league that we decide, it's going to be a league that we feel comfortable with, that we want to develop our players and give them a good structure. It's all about the players. That's the main thing. We want to do the best we can for them to be seen and put up a good product out there, so our fans are happy to come out and see us play.
Well, you've always fought for your players. That's one thing I can say. I can't fault anything that you do, because I can honestly say it's always been about the players.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's cost me a couple of friendships here and there, but I've always said, regardless of the youth player, that they're the product.
That's what you're out
They're the
for.
product, and unfortunately some coaches and other people tend to forget about that, it's just to move forward, and I love this sport, and I enjoy what I do, and it's just I just wish I was another 30 years younger to
be out there right now.
I'll be out there. I mean, I am going through a knee surgery on the 16th of December and reconstructing knee surgery on my right side, but it's not a knee surgery where it's going to give me a bionic need
to get back out.
I'll be honest with you, I might want to get out there a couple of training sessions, which I'm actually going to be able to run a little bit with my players, so I'm happy for that. I mean, I haven't run in 34 years.
I don't know if I've ever met somebody that after they've had the surgery, 3 months down the road, they're not glad that they had it. You know what I mean? So I understand.
Well, I'm nervous about it. I mean, I don't want it, but I do want it. Yeah. But I don't like to be put under. I don't like to go to sleep. It's just like it's something that I don't like to go under the knife. But my wife's pushing for it, because she says, my assistant coach Augie Menz is out there and reffing games, making money. She says, hey, you can be out there doing the same thing. Get that knee taken care of.
A couple weeks ago, me and Augie catch up out there at Shirts occasionally whenever I'm out there.
Yeah, and Augie's got a good 6 or 7 years above me, so my wife's like, come on, man, you can take away those games he's reffing. So
keep pushing him, Coach Augie. Keep pushing him. Set that bar high.
Yeah. So
we'll be right back here for the second half. Speaking of legs, we're going to stretch the legs, and we'll be right back. The second half should be underway in just a few minutes. We'll see you shortly.
Cool.
And we'll have the second half here shortly. We were just talking about equipment managers for the Kansas City Chiefs. Somebody may be out of a job tomorrow morning. I was trying to see if they were actually able to play that or not. But
They sent the wrong equipment, right? I
Well,
mean,
they
they
sent
sent
the
the
wrong
right
stadium.
equipment to the wrong
Wrong
city.
stadium, wrong
Wrong
city.
stadium.
But we are back, joined here with John Rexstrode as the second half is fixing to get underway and everything.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on social media. My name's Scott Borowski here with San Antonio Soccer. You can find us at SATX Soccer. We do a pretty much weekly podcast on the local soccer scene. And John Rexstrode here, head coach for Samba FC.
Yeah, at Rexrote John. That's Twitter. And also you can find me Coach Rexrote on Instagram.
Just waiting on the runners here to get the second half started. And if you're just now joining us and you missed the first half, obviously the score there down at the bottom of the screen, 8-0 currently in the first half. And we were talking about just before the break, a handful of those goals were probably a result of, good attack there by the runners, but also too, probably half of them were a result of poor clearances and miscues and mishandling by the keeper here for Bell County. So while the score may indicate that it's 8-0, the match was a lot closer than that if you take away some of those errors. But we'll see what they can put together here for the second half. We talked about coach probably at halftime wanting it to start all over at 0-0 and just see what positives Bell County may be able to take away here from the second half. This game might be out of reach, but you never just want to give up. And that's one thing that Bell County hasn't done all year long, and credit to them for coming out and fielding the team and not giving up and playing the full 90.
Yeah, very professional. Kudos. Like you were saying earlier, is when that sun drops, it's gotten a little chilly, huh?
A little bit chilly. If you hear some teeth chattering over here, we thought the game was going to start at 4. So.
Yeah.
And a quick interception there by the runners to start off the second half. It's Adrian Maldonado at the top of the box. Plays it out wide. Gilbert trying to take on a defender. Back into the middle. Number 21, who had to substitute in earlier. And headed out there by Bell County. But again, another miss clearance. And the runners still have it there at the top of the box. Thought we were about to see a strong volley there, but ends up rolling outside of the goal line for a goal kick here for Bell County. And the stadium lights are turning on out here at UTSA Recreation Field as the runners are in their final home match against Bell County.
And from what I can see out there, sorry about that, Scott, is looks like we have Joey out there, number 22, came in for the runners. I don't know who he substituted in for.
Referee going to call that one. And ball played out wide there by the runners. A hat trick already and then some by Bop for the runners. And Gilbert's now on the back side of the field. Ball still in play. There's the cross. Bob has it at the top.
Nobody's up there. Yeah, that's... I mean, you have a comfortable lead, but you still want to convert on those plays right there.
Well, and you have to. Like we mentioned earlier, for those just tuning in, the bar was set pretty early against Bell County with most teams, putting up 15, 16, 17. So for goal differential, that's why you see.
There we go. We have a goal scored. Number 21.
Adrian there with the goal. And as we were saying, that's why you'll see the runners continuing to try and score some more goals in this one, because 32 is the magic number here for goal differential between this game and then the next one that they have there at Bell.
And we're going to see a substitution coming in for the runners. Number 11, Mashadi, He's a good little player. He played with our organization during the TPSL season.
And there's another shot, and two quick goals there by Adrian to
Yeah.
start the second half.
And Machadi had to take off almost 10 months for a knee injury. And so he came back slowly, and it'd be good to see him out there.
Absolutely. Always good to see him out running around. And if we get any kind of update on the injury that took place earlier, we'll be sure to give you guys an update on that as well there for Patrick Burke. And just a deep ball play there off the kickoff. That's not a bad idea, though, here for Bell County.
No.
At least try and give your defense a rest. But again, there's not really a midfield there of any sort to back it up, and you've got the runners now advancing back down the field, but we'll have a penalty here for a reset.
Hey, suck it and sit down, sir.
And a deep ball there. Keeper hit that one out of bounds. Gilbert there trying to take him one-on-one. Ball played out wide. There's the right. Just wide of the net there. And we'll have a goal kick here now for Bell County. You see a lot more sense of urgency in this half from the runners, surprisingly being up 8-0.
Yeah, actually 10-0.
Well, I'm sorry. I just meant to start the second half. We've seen more urgency out of them in this
Not only
half
that,
than
they're
the
going to get the
first.
ball, like ball boys, so they can get the play started right away. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's I think everybody's kind of smelling. They want to get their own. Everybody wants to score here, but
Excuse me, sir, is that a game ball that you're bouncing?
And we'll have a throw in here for Bell County. But again, not really played at the feet, played in the air, and just mishandled. And, we talked about speed being a factor here so far in this match for the runners, but also just, again, that first touch, it's great through ball there.
yes,
And a good job by the keeper to come out.
Great
Can't use his
job by the
hands. Like he
keeper.
might have been outside of the box, but a nice slide there to steal it away. He's not wanting to give him any. And there's a goalie, that's almost what you got to do. You got to try and win every battle. A little bit of miscommunication there. A player thought he was offside. Referee going to call that one for the tackle. Bell County just kind of trying to slow it down.
yeah, it's hard to slow it down when you don't have control of the ball.
Right.
That's a good ball. Keeper
again-
being active again.
I can't tell where the line is for that 18,
No.
but keeper.
Oh, great save, off balance save there.
That was a good strike there by Maldonado, and like you said, a great save by the keeper as he's on his back pedaling and able to get a hand on it and punch it away.
Yeah, and with all the saves the keeper's been making for Bell, this score easily could be about 18, 19 by now, seriously. So,
Could have a shot here from Bob, who already has, I believe, 4. And that one goes out of bounds for a throw-in here for the runners. Quick throw in here.
Excuse me. Ball boy.
It'll be a goal kick here for Bell County. So we saw a couple quick goals early from the runners. We'll see what the final result's going to be. 8 scored in the first half and 2 so far here in the second.
I really would like to see Bell get a score in, because not only to help them, but I would like to see what type of character they show after that goal.
That one fielded well there by the keeper, getting a handle on it. And a foul there indicated by the...
No, we have an offside call.
Was it offside?
Yeah, offside.
Oh, and there's a header just wide of the net. A nice deep ball here played by the defender on the free kick, and able to get a head on it, but...
Yeah, cleared out for a corner.
Was that a Bell County player that headed
Yeah.
that? He almost scored an own goal on that flick.
Yeah,
I thought it was a runner's.
yeah.
Like he says, it starts to get a little bit darker in the
Yeah.
black jerseys.
Yeah, I mean, they're both wearing dark socks. I mean, if one team was wearing lighter socks, it'd be easier for the refs. But fortunately, the referee has to really concentrate on the white from Bell in the front.
And there's the header just wide.
Just wide.
They've had a few good job of getting the head on the ball, but just we've seen a few of them sail just wide of the post in terms of ability to direct it. And another short ball played here by Bell County's keeper. Good ball there. There's a deep punt. And just overruns it a little bit. And we'll have that substitution here for the runners that you were mentioning.
Yeah. Machadi excited to step on the field, but was walking on the field before
Gilbert came off. Yeah.
before Gilbert was approaching him.
Quick change of the captain's armband. And it's got to feel good to be running back out there on the field after 8 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what a perfect match to come back to when your team's already up and you can smell the goal, the blood in the water, so to speak.
Yeah, Machadi's very aggressive. He's the type of player that will fight for every ball, regardless of where you put it for him. He does not give up, as you can see right there. So my thing is to see if he's still that type of player. Very crafty. What Machadi lacked was a lot of balance, a lot of coordination, but he definitely can put the ball in the net his way.
Yep.
May not be textbook, but he does it. That shot needs to be taken.
Good left and a good save there by the keeper. But like you said, sometimes it's not always textbook. You just can't
Right.
argue the result.
Right. Exactly.
Good job there defensively by the runners to field that one, and they're on a quick counterattack here. Cuts it back
nice.
around
Nice
the
nutmeg.
And that one goes just wide also. Keeper going to go get this one now. And after those first two quick goals, we've had a little bit of a break. And Coach Rankin over here might be putting some ball boys in the match. Mikey Maldonado's no ball boy. Don't let him fool you. And there's some good passing.
I was about to say, nice 1-2 right there.
That was a great one, too. Good vision. Unable to maintain possession, but it was some nice ball movement. And that one gets hit out of bounds for a runner's throw-in. And if you've never been out here to a runners match, I know it's the last home game of the season, but they've got the fields over there to play on and everything. It's a great atmosphere to bring the family out to and come watch a game.
Yeah.
And that's one of the nice things about the UPSL this season. You know, with the addition of Alamo, they have a nice field out there and a good environment for the UPSL, and starting to try and make some of these facilities a little bit nicer for the league.
Yeah. They need to improve their lighting, though. And I know that'll come within time.
Oh. And there's a goal scored by the runners.
Number 21.
And Alex had another goal. I believe that's a hat trick for him now as well. I think he's had all three here in the second half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hat trick since halftime.
Yeah, hat trick since halftime here from the fourth official.
Wow. And I see Mikey Maldonado dressed there. It's kind of hard for me to believe that he's going to be coming in.
Well, that just goes to show you they want more goals,
They
right?
do,
Because Malky
but-
Maldonado is not a defensive sub.
Yeah, but, you know, it's – you're fighting for – if you make playoffs, you don't want your star player to get hurt in this game. That's the problem. So, you know, it's
Seen some dangerous challenges.
Yeah.
Oh, and a great over top.
let's take that shot.
First touch. Oh, good cut back there by number 15 for Bell County, but just a good challenge by the runners.
Up, up, up. You're in, Tiger. Take it, Tiger. All the way, Tiger. Let's go.
Let's-
All the way. Take it, Tiger. Take it, Tiger. He only has a right. Shit, use your left then. Use your left. They just said you have.
And he loses it. We were watching that one with holding our breath to see what would happen.
Yeah. Everything looked good there. I mean, he had a left-footed shot there, but he's not known for a left-footed shot.
Cut it back to his right.
Coach Mason yelled at him to take it to the hole, but he elected to hold the play and then decide to make a move.
And as you mentioned earlier, coming back kind of from from an injury, you know, he's
He's
getting
just
back in the swing of things.
Yeah, he just needs to get back in rhythm and get that game mode, you know, and that it's I can see it's starting to build. It's still there. I love watching that kid play. I mean, this kid doesn't give up. I mean, it's something that we coaches love to see. You know, not every pass is going to be perfect and all that, and he fights for every ball. I mean,
Well, I've heard, you know, hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard, right?
Exactly.
Hey, cool, got two.
Ball played inside there. Back out. Let's see if they can string some passes together here from the runners like we saw in the first half. It looks like half of Bell County's trying to run the trap, and the other half was tracking back with the forwards.
Oh.
Just on the back post and just
Yeah.
unable to get a foot on it to put it in the net. Quick throw in here by the runners, not slowing down. Got underneath it too much a little bit and popped that one over top of the net.
You know, runners just knocking on the door a lot, you know, and it's very frustrating as a coach to see that happen a lot, you know, and even more frustrating as a keeper. Keepers tend to take it very personal.
Yeah, and the goalie's just trying to win every battle,
Right.
you know.
That's
Going to have a foul here, and it'll be a free kick for the Bell County FC. And like you said, you know, you just love to see a goal here to kind of see how the
Yeah.
players respond after that. Do they grab the ball and try and run back and get another one? You know?
I mean, I'm rooting for a goal for Bell here because, I mean, not that it's going to help them come back to a game, but I just want to see their character after the goal. That's I want. I just want to see if they can take it up a notch after that goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm waiting for. That's a good tackle, and there you go, right there. That's how you know that the knee for Machadi is 100% because
It's a strong challenge.
Yeah, that's a strong challenge, and it was his right knee that he injured, and so that's good to see.
Knock this one back. And a shot tried here from way out. And if they're trying to hurry and score goals, you know, like you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
you got to keep that discipline. You got to keep playing it every minute.
Well, they've been very successful on advancing the ball into, from the 25 downward of
third.
yeah, and against Bell. So
Right. To
why not
kick it from that far out?
Yeah, just continue with it and just keep building from there.
It's not like you haven't had chances inside the box.
Yeah.
Good job defensively there by number 4. And another strong challenge.
There's Mikey Maldonado making the move.
Gets around the defender and the left foot.
Just
wide.
Just wide.
And it's good to see the Bell County player back up on his feet. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
there because the play continued, but it
Yeah,
looks
that
like
was-
he's back up.
You could hear that all the way over here where they collided.
And we'll have a goal kick here for Bell County once they get reset.
Yeah, Coach Mason's going to be very disappointed if, in the first half he had 8 goals, and right now he's only got 3. And if he can't get any more in the second half, he's not going to be happy with that.
There it is across the field.
And there we go, being successful inside.
And Mikey tries for the bicycle kick, but a little bit too close to him to be able to fully extend on it, and just can't get any power really on the shot. And that's going to go out of bounds here for a runner's corner. See if they place this one short at the near post. Nope, they're going back post on it. Nobody there. Actually deflected off a Bell County player, I believe.
There we go.
And we got that ball played wide
Oh, unfortunately, that ball should have been.
on the ground.
Yeah, but the way it was received, he had to get rid of it right away. So
Again, I think just that first touch, if they
Yeah.
could just a little bit better first touch
Yeah.
and put him in that position to really make that good
Yeah.
pass. And a good ball there by the runners. Out wide to Mikey.
oh, that should have been keeper's ball.
And you heard him calling it.
Yep.
Top of the box. Cleared out there again by Bell County, and they have a transition here. They've got open guys. They've got space. See if we can get a counterattack going.
That's a good ball. Got to win that one, though.
And Joey just plays that one out wide. Back into the middle, quick 1-2.
Looked like to me the Bell County player was a little tentative on that ball when it was sent in. He didn't go full force. He didn't.
So often you see that where they kind of try and spin around and rely on the bounce to give them the advantage instead of winning the ball themselves. It's one of the most frustrating things
Here
to
we
watch
go.
as a player.
That's a good move right there.
Take it
That's
to the
another
middle.
good move. And corner.
I thought that was going to go in off the
Yeah, it
deflection.
looked like it.
But you're right. He gave him the first
Yep.
step. He gave him the second
Yep.
step. He kept taking it and had a nice left shot.
Tiger!
Oh, we got a substitution. Machadi coming out. And Machadi's done.
Early entrance back onto the pitch. I think Coach just felt like he had a couple opportunities he would have liked to see him scored on, and he didn't. And Coach Rankin, that's one of the things about him is he's not afraid to pull players if
No.
he's not seeing something he likes.
No, he's got the philosophy as myself. Your forwards need to score. That's it. If you're playing a forward position, you need to put that ball.
And that's a header by Mikey Maldonado. We talked about their other headers that we saw. You see the force behind that and the direction and the purpose in heading that one. And that's a great job there by Mikey.
I wouldn't doubt if Mikey Maldonado gets a hat trick.
Oh, just in the time that he's going to be in the match, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And that's one for him now. So that's 12 on the board now for the runners.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple hat tricks here already.
Yeah, I think we got 2 players from the runners. Number 9, I don't know his name. Looks like he's not out here anymore for the runners. He had the first hat trick, number 9, Fred. Is that his name?
Yes, Fred.
Fred.
He had a hat trick and then some.
And then some, right? He had either 4 or 5 goals. And then number 21.
Alex here in the second half, just in the first,
what, 8 minutes?
8 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, he had the first 3 goals of the second half. Some nice movement there, but just no pass.
He's got to keep his head up, though. He's a midfielder. He's got to keep his head up. You had number
26.
Yeah, it looked like number 26 from Bell.
25, excuse me.
25 from Bell coming in from
on the left wing.
On the left, and he even had his hand up. He should have just thread that ball immediately.
Absolutely.
And
did a great job, but then just didn't get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice movement, like you called it. I mean, it's good for the video, nice movement, But if you want, but you gotta build something from there. You don't want your midfielders not threading the ball and not creating plays.
That's one of those you got to cut short on the highlight film. Unfortunately, you'd love to see a goal result at the end of that play.
That's a shame. I wonder if we got
luck.
that down, what would happen to that?
And we have a substitution now for.
Here we go. We have the
Bell
coach.
County.
We have
Coach Chris Glenn.
Yeah, Coach Chris Glenn coming in, and
that forward that you were talking about earlier, it looks like coming off. He's going to go in up top and see if maybe he can put one in the net. And we'll have a goal kick here. Over the midfield. And there's Mikey running onto it.
And there we go.
There's 2 for Mikey. Had the header, and then you saw some nice
was that
placement.
Mikey Maldonado?
Oh,
no,
excuse me.
No.
Gio,
number, I don't know his number.
There's Mikey.
14. Number 14 for the Runners.
And he must be a substitution, also not in starting 11. Julian with the goal.
Yeah, they call him Gio.
Gio, that was a great placement from the shot.
So we have 13. Baker's dozen up on the board. Now there's that outlet done where the guy's already marked there. So
crosses that back across the middle, looking for somebody there to run onto it, but no one there. And now the runners are working it there on the left side of the field. Drops that one back. Swing the ball out wide. Now decides to go back to the middle. And now Adrian cuts it back. Looking for a through ball there, but the defender was right on him. But again, poor clearance, and the runners have it back at the top of the box, and it's a nice left there by number 15 for the runners. And that's Mikey Maldonado.
That's 2 for Mikey.
And now Gio with an assist. Had a goal and now an assist.
Yeah.
21. Hey, Rev, we're doing a keeper switch.
And it looks like we're going to have a keeper change.
Yeah. Number 9 for Bell County is going in as a keeper. And I wonder if the keeper will come out and play the field.
Well, with the only one substitution, being the coach, because it looks like I said, I think that other player is out for this match. He's probably going to have to.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that the refs allowing both players to exit the field before. Okay, it looks like player for keeper, keeper for player.
Yep.
Julian, come here quick. Julian, come here quick. Hey, on touch.
And after 15 goals, I'm sure he said, okay, that's enough of that. Let me go out there and run around on the field a little bit.
Yeah.
Not to mention it at least burns a little bit of time off the clock.
Hey, Pedro, that's not right. We have 20.
No, it's 15. Good try, though.
It's 15.
And there's that quick passing that we were talking about to start the game, but Bell County doing a good job stealing it back, and that's the goalie there playing the field with that takeaway.
I think he was a field player all along.
And that's what I'm wondering. Just seeing
Yeah,
him play
because
key.
nice movement to roll over there.
Yeah, that was some good footwork for a goalie, that's for sure.
I mean, keepers are not supposed to have footwork like that, to be honest with you.
Except for Manuel Noor.
Yeah, very
Quick
rare,
shout
right?
out.
It's very rare, very rare.
Nowadays, it's so important, though, as
It
a
is.
goalie.
It
you know?
is important. I mean,
But to
let me
have
tell
that
you.
kind of ball control.
I
Nice
mean,
cutback.
every coach wants their keeper to have good technical ability, but they don't want them to use it.
Yeah,
you know,
you don't want to have to
no,
use
you
it.
don't want to have to use it. There's Mikey with a through ball.
Nice cross.
Oh.
Gets deflected at the last second. Number
Unlucky.
6 trying to put a finish on it, but
Yeah.
just misdirected. Sometimes that's all it takes as a defender, you know? Get a shin guard on it or whatever, and it'll be a goal kick, excuse me, on it.
Where's my ball boy?
And Bell County just can't even get turned around. There it is. Looking for a through ball here. And unable to get a control of the ball, though, and bring it down for the attacks. Now we got the runners at the opposite end of the field. And can't keep that one in bounds, so it's going to be a runner's throw.
What is your take on having a coach player on a team?
I think at this level, you know, it's the other players out here are too talented for that. You know, I mean, at a Sunday league or something like that, you know, player coaches are no big deal. But, you know, out here in this environment, if you're good enough to be playing, you should be playing. If you're good enough to be coaching, you should be coaching. And I know Mason, you know, when they made the switch from just playing select to the UPSL, you know, Coach Mason here, even for the runners, used to be a player coach. But once they made that transition, he realized that it was time for him to step more into a coach's role and let the players play.
Yeah, especially when the coach is also probably the GM and also the owner, you know, and you're.
I understand wanting to get out there. But that's why, you know, you have those Sunday leagues and stuff like that.
Right. That's why you can do it in training too, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice tackle there by the Bell County defender, and that player's been pretty good as far as defensively challenging the ball. Good spin there by the runners. And a nice through ball there to the outside. And it's back across, but a good job defensively.
Yeah.
But that's one thing the runners have been great at, is just finding those angles, finding that open space, you know, playing the ball to the open space, and then just letting their speed do the rest.
Inside the box and not taking those outside shots, and they've been a lot more successful that way.
Late challenge there, no call. Oh, it's going to be called against the runners.
And the runners playing with basically 3, sometimes 2 in the back.
Well, you really haven't seen Bell County throw too many numbers forward, though. You know, like right now, you look at it, and they really only have one guy there up top.
Yeah, and see, and this is what I was talking about. I mean, the game's technically over. I mean, let's try to move things around, try a different formation, try to see what you guys can build from there. I mean, technically, there's one forward up top, you know, and he's being guarded by 2, 3 runners. It's just not going to work.
It's not.
No.
And like you say, you've already given up the goals.
Yes.
That part's over and done with.
Yes.
So at this point, it's about scoring.
Yeah, because losing 15-0 and 82-0 is still the same. It's a loss, you know.
Exactly, but at least trying to get one on the board, having some sort of positive.
Yeah.
And, you know, even with the 5 guys they've had
That's
back,
a good
they're still
ball.
giving up goals. So it's not like, you know, the extra players defensively have helped prevent anything, in my opinion. Runners play that one out wide. And that's Adrian Maldonado. Like I say, you just got to love that kid's footwork. He's a great
he's been
possessor.
very active this entire game. Some positive things from this kid.
Almost like a center in basketball. You can just run your whole offense through him.
Yeah. He's got that haircut from Menudo, like one of the young crew from Menudo. But no, what I like about the kid is that he plays attacking ball. you know, and then he'll hold it up when he has to, but he's always looking to attack, always keeping that head up.
Great vision.
Yeah, very crafty in the mid there. I know he's only 16.
Wow, I didn't realize he was that young.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, he's young. Yeah, he's still in high school. This kid. I don't know if he's a senior or he's a junior. Yeah, he's still in high school.
Been watching him now. It feels like for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
It's probably only been a couple seasons,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the fall and the spring.
I know he plays club ball too. I don't know if he still does.
And so far, I think Harry's really only had that one big save in the first half.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything
Oh,
he's
yeah,
really had
yeah.
to come up with here in the second half. Had a couple chances, but haven't been really on target. So defense has done a great job with what little they've had to do, containing the threat here for the runners. Missing their big man who got 2 yellows in the last match against Alamo City, but
Yeah, their captain, I believe.
number 6, I always butcher his name. So
Me too. He's we do know he's Nigerian, that's for sure. And one of the yellows is very questionable. So I know Runners is going to fight for that.
And what can be done after the match in that situation? I mean, you protested. He's already had to miss this one. You know,
Well,
at this point, what can be done?
You know, it's unless the game was videotaped, unless they take it, you know, refs want to look at it. The only thing that can be done is basically it didn't affect the game.
Right.
So the only thing that can be done is basically.
Well, it affected the game because he ended up getting a second. That then they had to play a man down.
Yeah,
So in that
but
regard,
it makes you wonder though what was the score when this happened for
Absolutely.
one, and he's already sat out this game, so
exactly.
you know. And we were just informed that the game was videotaped between Alamo and.
But other than maybe looking at it and at the
Yeah.
end of the year on the books,
Yeah.
taking a yellow off or something like that, or
Yeah, because the game was played last night.
it's
so
not like they're going to replay the match.
yeah,
Ooh,
there's
what a
another
great goal there.
Number 15, Mikey.
That's
There's his hat
trick.
trick. There's his hat trick.
10 minutes left to go, and it's going to make it 16-0 right now for
Yeah.
the runners. 32 or 34?
16 or 17?
16.
16.
34 was the magic number here.
32.
32. Okay, so they're halfway
32,
there
yeah. But the magic number,
for both games.
yeah, for their complete season. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So they got one more matchup here against Bell. They're at Bell, but we still got 10 minutes left to go in this one. We only saw 1 minute of extra time in the first half, so I don't anticipate there being too much more extra time here in the second half,
right.
especially with the score being what it is. And we've got the kickoff here for Bell County. Bell County playing this one up in the middle of the field. Dangerous ball, and it's intercepted again by the runners. Ball played inside. Back up top to Mikey, looking inside. Drops it back to Mikey and back to Adrian. And there's the ball to the top of the
You gotta
box.
take that shot. That's
That's
a
a good
great
ball.
save. What
Good
a great
save.
save by the keep.
Good shot, good pass finally. You kind of saw a little bit of back and forth there. Keeper fielded that one too. Maybe they should have had this keeper in for the whole game and let number 9
you
play
never
the
know.
field.
I don't think it would have mattered, but I think it might have been could have been less goals in.
Although the other keeper warmed up pretty well there after the first few that he let in and did a great job. So may not have made too much of a difference. Good challenge there by the runners. Adrian plays it up. And a good touch there to keep the ball in front of him. Can't stay on his feet, though. Referee going to call it a foul on Bell County.
Yeah,
I
Bell
don't know if he
County.
just lost his balance.
It looked like
really
he lost his
hard.
balance, and
Yeah.
it looked like to me he fouled the Bell County player.
I kind of thought so, too, as
Yeah.
he was stumbling forward. But we'll have a free kick here for the runners. Nobody really protesting too much at this point from either team. Good ball to the back post.
We got a corner kick.
Yeah, and it's funny. Sometimes you see the big guys that are trying to get their head on it, and you saw that header from Mikey earlier, and it looked like he almost got up and did a better job than what some of these big guys do. When you
That's a good ball in there.
Yeah, good to punch it away there by the goalie. There's the shot.
Oh,
A little too high. And as you mentioned, this grass or this turf just so short, it's so easy to get under it. You know, you've seen that quite a bit tonight from both teams where when they're trying to get any kind of lift on it, it just sails right over top of the goal. Nicely played there by the runner's defender.
see, runners are playing for the goal right now. They just need as many goals as they can get in.
Good ball back inside to Adrian, who plays it back across. Ali on the back post, cuts it. Takes one, takes two. Back across the middle, and there's 6 for the goal.
Yeah.
And you know he's happy to get that one after the one earlier that kind of got deflected that he couldn't really get a foot on. So able to get one there, and that'll make it 17 with roughly 7 minutes left to go. Over halfway to the magic number.
You know, a high-scoring game like this doesn't really help the league, to be honest with you. It's just, especially for, you know, you consider this a semi-pro league. We do know where Bell, their situation is, but teams who are players or coaches from other cities, states who hit the UPSL website and they see a score like this, they're like, what's going on, you know?
Well, and the hard part is, too, like you see some of the stats, you know, some of the record breaking that comes out when there's a team like this in the division or whatever. And I know Alamo City set the record at like 45 and just crushed it when, you know, you probably had other teams that were consistently scoring maybe 4 and 5 goals versus having 2 matches that they put in 32, and then the other 6 matches they only put in 1 or 2. So you always kind of feel like for the record books, you almost have an asterisk next to the record. But
yeah, that's true. And it's not their fault.
It's not their fault. I'm going to take it, too.
Yeah.
But to your point, as far as a league standpoint, I can see where you're coming from.
I mean, can you imagine having a USL team, you know, in the same structure like this in the bottom, and they're getting killed like this? It wouldn't look good. People will be asking questions. Something's going on in there. I mean, are they bringing their grandkids to play? What's going on? You know? I certainly hope Bell moves down to the second level. They head up north, or if
well, that's why it'll be interesting to see what happens in the spring, because with the addition of Laredo Heat
because you know it costs money to run teams. You know, it costs money to for the league and register players and your transportation and training and coaches. You're paying your time, and then you don't want to travel and knowing that you're winning a game like this. You know, it's
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's a huge investment, not just money, but time, commitment. But as we've stated before, you got to give credits to these players that are out here.
You do.
Still playing. You know, they might only had 12 show up and started with 20, but these 12 that are here, they were able to field a team. And the one thing that would really create an unfair advantage in this is if you had a forfeit or a situation like that where it was just a default, 3-0 or something like that, and other teams had the opportunity to put up 17 and 18 against
See, that's
off the post.
And
Mikey with the 4th one there.
See, that's the situation. If this team wouldn't have showed up, then runners would only had three.
Is that what the default? I mean, I think that's what they do typically.
When we played last season, it was up and down. We won some forfeits with only 1 goal and 3 goals. I mean, that's one thing I always had a problem with. It's like, regardless of what the rule book said, they should have stated that way. But this team. If you think about it, if this team didn't show up, the runners would have got the 3, but they need the goals, and so.
And that's part of the reason, too, why, from a league perspective, I was so glad that Bell County did continue to show up, because you would have felt like, it just would have created an unfair advantage.
Well, from experience, we had last year with the forfeits, I mean, we had a team that was losing. FC Knights, obviously, they let them go, and then what was the name of the other team that they played last season? They were
not Bernie Thunder.
Back County.
Oh, Back County.
Back County. Remember? Back County. Mac FC also walked out.
FC. Yeah.
The season prior to that, and it's.
And you hope that you see a stable group here again. With Samba not being in the heart this year, it's created a void, obviously, and that's where you see Bell County. Back County's going to throw me off now the rest of the match,
Right.
but you see Bell County
Right.
where they stepped in. It just didn't create that same competitive group. But now with Alamo City obviously fielding a competitive team, and, the Runners have always been a competitive team. You see Coyotes up there who have done a great job creating that rivalry, even though they're not from San Antonio.
Right. And you got Corinthians. Corinthians were the first season they looked good. Second season they lost a lot of players because of college.
Right.
But they
will be back in the spring strong as ever, I'm sure.
Hopefully, but then they got a new ownership now, new people running the organization over there. So who knows what's going to happen? It's tough to run a lower division team, Scott.
Yep.
It really is, because it's very, myself, who, obviously I'm the owner of Samba, and we don't do this to make money. You can't make money running a lower division team.
No, there's no profit.
I mean, if people think, you own a team,
it's a money grab.
No, impossible.
No.
We do it for the love of the game. We do it for the players, and create opportunities, and trying to build another.
Well, that competitive nature, right?
Right.
You don't want to walk away from it.
Yeah.
You still want to win. Quick throw in here for the Runners to see if they can get a quick goal here with the keeper still out. There's the cross.
See, there we go. They've been very successful just pretty much inside the box.
Yeah, that's where they've been great.
So there's no need to take your 25-yard shots out. Just walk in with it, and pretty much that's what's happening now. Now they got 19, and with a minute and a half left.
Yeah, we'll have
who
one more
knows
minute.
how much extra time they're going to get. I don't think no more than a minute.
Yeah, the referees aren't going to give them too much.
So they can probably pick up another 2 more goals here if things go right. But
if they can get even one, make it an even 20, then all they need is 12 up there. And
yeah. Now, and there you go. They need, let's say they get the 20. They need 12. The magic number is 32. Bell County decides not to play. There you go. I mean,
it's the last game of the season.
Yeah. Bell County decides not to play. They take the forfeit. Runners take the 3, but they need the goals. So
another good ball in here for the Runners. Ooh, gets a foot on it, but not able to redirect it enough. And the keeper doing a great job coming out there. And the fourth official indicating
1 minute. Yeah, we got 1 minute. Coach Mason not agreeing to that.
Well, I think he's just saying he wants every second.
And there we go.
There it is.
Is that Mikey?
I don't believe so.
No.
And we're going to have 1 minute of extra time here. But, yeah, Coach Rankin fighting for every second.
Is the score supposed to be 20 or 21? 20, right?
Yeah, 20.
Okay.
They're wanting 21 out of this one.
Oh, is that
though.
it? Okay. Well, look at this. This was the keeper earlier.
Yeah. There goes Adrian. Plays it up. Oh, but that first touch is going to stay in with the spin potentially.
Unlucky. Well, great hustle, though. Great hustle. Just run out of real estate there, buddy. Yeah, great hustle. I think maybe the keeper from the Runners wants to get one in.
I saw the official up here, and I thought that was him for a minute there when you said that.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say that. I was very surprised that they allowed the keeper to wear green, or the rest could have gone with red, or not blue, but pretty much almost wearing the same colors as the refs.
There it is at the top of the box. We'll see if they can get that last one.
And that's the person. Oh,
cuts it back, and there it is. And that's 21 now for the Runners, which I believe might be a record here.
I think it is. I think it
that's
is.
why they were 21 in the one game.
I think the most the Bells ever had scored against them was 20.
So he beat the Alamo score.
Yeah, they beat the Alamo score.
And I believe the referee just going for the final whistle. There it is.
Let's end this nightmare.
So we had 21 put on the board tonight from the Runners. And, again, though, you got to give credit to Bell County. They're showing up, playing the full 90, giving it their all, and
kudos to the guys.
Just, I mean, positives to take away, might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, it might be. I'd like to see what the league's going to do if, by any chance, Bell decides not to play the game on the 14th, because runners need 12 goals, and I think they can do it that game.
Oh, I think they can
You know,
too. With the
and
21 now, so they may only need 11, I guess, with that last goal
Yeah.
here from the runners
So-
for the goal differential.
yeah, we'll see what the situation is there.
And that game going to be played on the 14th.
Yeah, I
up
believe
there
it's the
away.
14th. Yeah.
So it was a great season here at UTSA for the runners. Obviously, Alamo City, the division winner, won their first inaugural season last night with the 1-1 draw. But the runners fighting for that playoff spot, that second spot, and seeing what they can do in the postseason.
Yeah, congratulations to Alamo, their inaugural season, and walking away with their conference win, now heading to the playoffs. So waiting to see who's going to accompany them, whether it's going to be the runners or it's going to be the Coyotes. You know, Manuel over there, Coach Manuel over there, the owner of Coyotes, doing some positive things over there for the players in Killeen. They play out of Temple, but, you know, they made the playoffs last season, even though they tied us in third place, but a goal differential, they advanced. So, you know, Manuel's a good friend of mine. He's doing some positive things up there. So
Well, it's been great to see them develop in the rivalry. Just, you know, it's
Yeah.
almost like they're one of the San Antonio teams when
Yeah.
they get out here and start mixing it up with everybody. So
yeah, it's nice to see this. You know, it's nice that we know actually Corinthians was the first one to start back a couple years back with NPSL. Then they took a break, and then you know we put a team in TPSL, and then we put a team UPSL, and then everybody just said, "Hey, let's do the same thing." And I wasn't happy about it, but then you know, as a person who loves the game and loves the sport, hey, this is great for San Antonio.
Yep.
You want to give as many chances to players as possible, but you got to be careful here because if a league doesn't do it the right way and it just starts accepting anybody, it can be a problem. And it all depends where you want to go with the structure with your league, of course. So. We got some interviews coming up, I heard, right?
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to pick who the player of the match is with all the different.
So Mikey Maldonado and Gia will
hat-tricks
be
that were
interviewed.
scored.
So
Okay.
we'll have them interviewed. It'll be interesting to see what they're going to say with this 21-0 win. You know, it's a nice night out here. A little chilly. It was great working with you again,
You too,
Scott.
John.
You know, and hopefully we'll get a chance to work again. And I know it's our last game out here for the 2019 season. So, looking forward to 2020 to bring Samba aboard. So,
Absolutely, yeah. It's
Yeah.
been a fun year and everything. Enjoyed doing it with you here, John, and all the best, buddy,
Yeah.
moving forward.
Thank you.
Looking forward to
Thank
hearing
you.
that announcement here from Samba and what you guys have in the future.
Sure, and keep up the good work over there at the Roundtable, SA Roundtable. You know, like I always told you guys, the work that you guys do up there to give a voice for lower league soccer, and not only that, for high school soccer and all kinds of stuff, and for women's soccer too now.
Absolutely.
So, and you're bringing a lot more staff in your on the air, which is great. It's nice to see Danielle part of your staff. Love to see Todd come back.
Yeah, we'll have to get Todd back in there, but as always, we'll have you on again soon.
Yeah,
I'm wanting to have you back on there.
I missed the rivalry between Todd and Harry. You know, it's that
great
water
banter.
and it's that oil and vinegar thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I missed that, and I think your ratings would go up even more if you brought him in. But who knows? We'll see. Hopefully, Todd will come back. So.
Well, we'll be right back here with
Yeah.
Mikey Maldonado. Scott Borowski from the San Antonio Soccer Roundtable. I am joined by Mikey Maldonado, a ball boy slash goal extraordinaire here for the San Antonio Runners. We didn't see you enter the match until late. Was that kind of a plan to see what developed, how many points you guys needed and everything, or why the decision to hold off throwing you in until the end?
That was the coach's decision. He just wanted to see what other players have. He wanted to give them opportunities. He wanted to just let them show what they had to do. And then came into the end of the game, he's like, you got to produce. I'm like, okay, I'll do my job.
Well, produce you did. You had the hat trick at least in the first few minutes. Finished with 5 there in the 15, 25 minutes you had to play there.
Yeah.
So made short work of it. But that 21st goal was when the celebration really took place. Can you tell me a little bit just about why that number 21 was so important?
Well, the goal differential that we needed to get our goals up. That was the biggest thing. We were behind a lot in the standings, so we had to make up for the goal differential and get in the groove going into playoffs, hopefully. So just coming into the next game, we've got to keep going.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, you mentioned the playoffs here. You guys got one match left against Bell on the road to make up the rest of that goal differential and everything. What do you guys have, or what goals do you guys have? Are you looking forward to another match with Alamo City, or what do you expect for the playoffs?
That's what I want. I want another shot with Alamo. That's always a great competition, especially with guys that you know. So it's always good. But, yeah, going into playoffs, that's all we need, just to play our game and just hopefully go farther than we have the past 2 seasons, but and all just keep playing.
Awesome, Mikey. Well, it was a great match out here tonight. In the little time that you had, another great effort. Always fun to watch you play. That header, I was talking about with Coach Rexroth and everything, and I swear sometimes the little guys have better control of the ball getting up and everything than what some of the big guys do. Was that one special for you out of the ones that you had to pick for this evening? Which one did you like the most?
I just play. I don't think anything's special to me. I just got to play my game.
Gotcha, Mikey. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll wish you the best of luck here for the next matchup against Bell, and hope you guys have a great run in the playoffs.
All right, appreciate it.